Hello, hello. This is the daily human design energy report for April 5th, 2023. And so, happy full moon. We have a lot of energy going on today, going on tonight. Full moon energy, as well as the sun is transitioning from gate 21 in our heart center, in our ego, going to gate 51, which is still in our heart center, in our ego, actually now connecting into the G center, whereas before we were connecting into the throat. And so learning now how to use our ego, use our worth, and how to use that for our direction, our where we want to go. And so it's called initiation. The challenge here throughout the next 6 days, so the overall theme is to not let the unexpected cause you to lose your faith, to not let a pattern of unexpected events cause you to lose your connection with your purpose and to source, to learn to use the power of your own story of initiation to initiate others into fulfilling their right place in the cosmic plan. And so we had self-regulation before, right? Learning how to work with her energy and communicate that and out into the world. And so now we're really utilizing our faith, our worth, our value, our values, the things that we value, right? We're looking at that and how can we use that energy underneath our direction, our passion, right? Where we want to bring our collaboration into the world. And so the I Ching calls this gate the arousing. So we have the initiation from the quantum human design and the arousing from the I Ching. And the first line, that investigator line, the key word here is reference. And so the advantage of a previous crisis experience, the gift of reexamination that is the foundation of preparedness, the power of the ego conditioned by experience, a tendency to emotionally withdraw after a shock, the weakness of the egos in times of challenge. And so when we're looking at not losing our faith, we can actually lean into our past, right? And so we can lean into our past experiences, looking at what worked, what didn't work, how can we tweak it, how can we make it a little bit better so that this time that maybe we're a little bit more successful, whatever it is. And so using our reference point, using our knowledge from inside, and then still using our ego, our will to be like, okay, we can do it better this time. We still want to this dream. We still want to master this, right? And so how can we continue this initiation process, even if there's a struggle, even if there's a challenge? And now we have the moon, right? And so we have the sun energy that we're going to have for the next 6 days. And now we have the moon energy, which we've already started to feel. We feel it actually 3 days beforehand. We'll feel it 3 days afterwards. And so it is in gate 57, the gate of instinct. And so, this full moon energy invites us to explore what we need to release. In order to be more deeply dialed into our purpose and our faith, we must clear connection to our inner wisdom with the whisperings of our intuition that guide us into fulfilling the next steps ahead of us in our creative process. This moon is an invitation to explore your self-trust and your connection to your inner wisdom. The most common block to trusting our intuition is doubt. This moon invites you to suspend doubt and remember the power of your intuition. How does the inner wisdom and that knowingness feel inside your body? How does it sound? What do you need to heal, release, align, or clear to deepen and trust your intuition? And so 57 is coming from our spleen, right? And that is our instincts, our intuition. We're like really leaning in, and like when that adrenaline, that drive kind of kicks in, right? But how can we learn how to trust those subtle sensations that our body is telling us, right? This is really asking us, how can we lean even into our authority? For some of us, just beginning this process and leaning into the sensations of the body and not listening to the head is a challenge. And so really tapping in and feeling when you're making a decision, how does it actually feel? Like, what are the sensations? How does the stomach feel? Is it clenching up? Is it tightening? Does your breath or your chest feel tight and constricted, right? Or are you excited? Is it bring joy? Is it bubbly? Is it like, oh my God, let's do this, right? And so those sensations are the sensations we're really trying to figure out here in human design to help us read our authority, right? My gut speaks to me with the uh-huhs and the uh-uhs, but for my emotional authorities, right, we want to learn how to feel, yes, the emotions, but also the sensations. What is it our body speaking to us? What is our body saying to us? And especially our splenic awareness is a lot about that, and it speaks it once and it speaks it quickly. And so Carly's tuning in on this reading right now, but let's see what we get. We're going to do a 3-card pull tonight, kind of tying this instincts and also our initiation, right? We're still tapping into this feeling, the body sensation, so that we can really help understand our ego too. How we really bring that ego into kind of check, like where we can realize that, okay, this isn't just wanting to push through because my ego just wants to go go go. This truly is that passion, right? And we want to be able to know that, especially in this reference, right? Is this, resistance coming up because it's just fear, or is this resistance coming up because it's really not in alignment? What does that feel like inside your body? And so utilizing both the sun and the moon to check into our body, to check into our inner wisdom, to tune into our authority, and to also practice some self-love. And so the G center is getting lit up by gate 51 with the sun. It's connecting up into the G center. And so, but we can really check in and look at self-love for sure, especially when are asking to release. We're checking into our inner wisdom. We're checking into that guidance system, and wanting that as the inner knowing rather than any other process. And so we really need to start to love ourselves, honoring ourselves, starting to listen to ourselves and trust ourselves is a huge form of self-love that we can practice as well. And so the more we start to lean into the intuition, the more we start to trust ourselves, the more we start to see things fall into place, and we find that joy and that excitement, the self-love kind of comes in there. It's like one of those things of the chicken or the egg, which comes first. It kind of like, happens almost simultaneously. I know that's not true, but the self-love and the intuition, the more we love ourselves, the more we trust ourselves, the more we trust ourselves, the more we love ourselves, right? And so it goes back and forth in that way. And when we have all of that understanding, then the ego does kind of stay in check, and we really only go after the things that bring us passion. And so when we can use the moon to clear it out, it will be easier to start to listen to the sun. And we get our ajna, and I'm feeling it's this way. We get our ajna upright, our ajna connecting to that third eye, to our intuition, right? And so really tapping in. Let's see what the author wants to say, but we are doing it. We are here practicing stepping in. And so we've been using our sixth sense, right? It's been guiding us in the right direction. Our third eye sees far beyond our two eyes, and it also sees past the limitations of our mind, which we can only dream up what is known. Your intuition speaks to you in whispers, in visions, and in feelings. Find the language and continue to follow the hunches as you have been. The more you become aware of it, the easier the dialogue becomes. Your third eye is taking you on a very journey that your soul was put on this planet to fulfill. You came here to live, to love, and to learn. As long as you continue viewing the world from your third eye, you will surpass all limitations and find yourself limitless. Trust your intuition and keep moving forward. The path will continue to illuminate as you take the steps. Yes, we have to keep going. We have to keep stepping forward. We have to keep trusting and keep loving, and keep trusting and keep loving, and going back and forth. And the more we keep practicing, the stronger our intuition becomes. The more we can silence the mind, the more the ego kind of stays in check. And so I normally don't pull from this deck, but I figured full moon and get a white oracle reading here Wow. So really tuning in, checking in our own inner guidance. How can we find that authority? And we get the karma of Kutuhala, 43. Look at this beautiful, like phoenix like bird. It is saying that your sacred soul passion is powerful enough to shift the state of your inner reality and your outer experience. So commit to what truly ignites your heart and do not be dissuaded by anything or anyone. And if you're seeking to make a commitment, do so when it truly connects to your heart. Follow your genuine, meaningful bliss. Know that no matter what appears to be, you shall prevail. You shall rise. And so when we can release and let go and start following the intuition, we start following that passion, we start following that heart, it connects into that G center, and all of the visions, all of the dreams all start manifesting, start unfolding. And it is all coming into place. Thank you so much. Enjoy this full moon. Sit and resonate with this message. Comment down below how it's sitting with you. Send me an email, Christine@essentialstrong.com. Sending you all so much love.